Hello and welcome back to Exeter City, where the diamond, as it is now, and I still can't believe I'm playing a diamond, the diamond is doing things. We have played 4 games. We have won 2 of them, lost 2 of them, but we were in the games we lost, which is a bit more progress, considering we were never in the game against Wolves. Obviously, we were never in the game against Liverpool. We were barely in the game against Spurs or Leeds or Arsenal, or even the Bournemouth game that we did lose in the Cup as well. We weren't really in those. Actually, we were sort of in the Liverpool game, and we were sort of in the Arsenal game. Of all the games to be sort of in, the fact it was those 2 was a little bit odd, considering with the fact we were demolished in both of them on the scoreline. But the momentum we got from the respectable performances against Newcastle and Sheffield United, even though we did lose both of them in the end, carried on and provided wins against Bournemouth and Chelsea. That's right. And not disgraceful losses to Man United or Brentford. Brentford, by the way. Brentford flying at the moment, so that is actually not as bad as it looks. Yes, we conceded 5 against Brentford, but they are flying. And one of them is a penalty, and one of them is directly because of Rajkovic. So it should have been 3-3, really, because the penalty wasn't a penalty either. Bournemouth, comfortably ahead of in terms of the performance. It's the first time, I think, all season we've definitely been the better team. And we've very much deserved the 95th minute winner. Rajkovic putting in a 6.2. Again. My patience already waning at that point. Chelsea, he only had to save 3 shots and he let one of those in. This was the game where assistant advice actually made sense for once. Before this game, they suggested we swap Perkins and Mansley's positions, move Perkins back, move Mansley forward, and I don't really know why I didn't realise that before now. Both of them scored in this game. Good work, assistant. Man United wasn't a walkover for Man United. Players that performed in the previous game, not quite so well this game. We had 4 shots, all of them on target. It's a shame we couldn't convert any of them, but similar passes completed, similar possession, of course, 50-50. They had slightly better chances than us, and they did convert one of them, which is obviously the key difference. And in fact, David De Gea ends that game with a 7.7, so a bit of a goalkeeping performance there as well. Unlucky to lose? Maybe, maybe not. They were the better side still, but it was a respectable performance, which is all I can ask for, frankly, at the moment. Similarly, a respectable performance against Brentford, the game that had everything. And I'm really sad I didn't bring you it, really. I was borderline whether I bring you Brentford and Burnley or Burnley in the next game. Clearly I chose wrong because 6.5 XG between both teams. 3.5 for them, 3 for us. So perhaps they deserved just to win. But one of their goals was a penalty. And one of the goals was Rajkovic's fault. You may notice I finally snapped. Rajkovic was on a 6.1, so I took him off in the 32nd minute. Fruital faced the penalty, by the way, in the 38th minute, and in the 95th minute goal, still came out with the 7.0. Says you a lot about those 2 goals, of course, and the fact that he's not being massively blamed for them. The 32nd minute Eberechi goal is one I'm furious about, because it's the first time he's actually listened to my instructions and still cocked it up. So you know how I really want the distribution to go to the fullbacks, and every time, he just hoofs it straight up the pitch. The one time he actually plays it to the fullback. No real danger here. We've got a fullback over here. We've got a fullback over here. Rajkovic, facing this way. So you're probably thinking, he's passing that to Mario then. Keep an eye on Yenka, of course. What a clown. What an absolute clown. I am so mad that this happened. It's still a really good strike. The fact he wasn't even positioned to deal with that either was just double whammy. Subbed him straight off. But Rahman with a hat-trick there. Very unfortunate, it didn't really happen in a game that we won. But Perkins and Morefu both had good games. Good Johnson had a good game as well, assisting those goals. All that means is we now have 13 points and we play 18th place Burnley today, followed by Fulham, who are not that much better off. And this is what we're playing. Fruital, our League One quality goalkeeper, is going to start. Martin and Key at fullbacks. Just letting Mario have a little bit of a rest, bless him. Everyone's on heavy workloads at the moment. We do have a week between this and the next game. We have played 3 games within 7 days, though, now. So just giving some people time off just to deal with that. Bailly and McKenna, similarly Zeziger, both of them just putting in 6.5s consistently. I don't really know what to do with those central defenders. A Holo in front of them, no problems there. Art comes in the box-to-box just to let Mwepu have a bit of a rest, who is the only one whose condition has actually dropped off a green heart entirely. Perkins, Mansley stays. Rahman and Johnson, both attacking forwards now. Before the last game, they suggested I swap Rahman and Johnson over. There's no real reason for it. Neither of them are left-footed. Don't really know why they suggested it. Rahman scored 3 goals. So, Clearly, my assistant manager with some kind of insight that was impossible to notice in the actual game. But Rahman has scored 8 goals in 14 starts. It's a shame that we've just been rubbish at the other end. What's particularly saddening about this game against Burnley is the fact that Sean Dyche is still in charge of Burnley in this near future that I'm currently occupying in this save, but it's a future in which his job is, somewhat ironically, in danger. In 18th place, I got questions about Sean Dyche's future at Burnley in the press conference. Not that I answered them, of course, because why would I? Rahman has an opportunity here. Rahman finds Johnson. Johnson! His third goal, he hasn't scored that many, but has been a rather excellent facilitator, and he has developed as a player. You may recall when I signed him, when I introduced him in the signing episode, I was concerned of whether or not he would develop or not, based on the fact he was 22 already, but did have that space to grow into. He is developing a little bit already. He's already up half a star, in the ratings at least. Whether that is actually reflected in his attributes is a different question, but progress has been made. And I think for the first time in what appears to be a very rare opportunity, we are on top of the possession, let alone the game, and Mansley really should have done better there. Exeter City are taking the game to Burnley. No, we've brought them to Millwall, but never mind. I do need to address something. I have switched to short corners. I have seen them do that far too often, and I don't know why it happens. Aaron Martin into Perkins. Martin drills it across the box. That wasn't going to get anywhere, and well, Bailly has... Good lord. Well, it was a chance for Rahman out of nowhere. I want to see if they do it from the corner again. Now, this time they actually decide to do something and it stops. Another corner. Perkins holds it and puts it into the box this time, and close. Yeah, this side hasn't been very good at converting corners, particularly the near post corners that I've been using elsewhere. I did decide to make the change to playing a short corner, see if that would generate anything. Trippier's back at Burnley, I've just noticed. They've also acquired Jamal Lewis as well. They've raided Newcastle for their fullbacks. Benjamin Gary's there. Hi, friend. It is only 1-0. It's the current deserved scoreline, but it is only 1-0. That went all the way through to Fruchtel, who's having a 7-game already so far, so let's see. Let's not cock this up, Fruchtel. Okay, you've ignored my instructions, but that's a shame. Cork kicks it against Perkins. That's normally us doing that. Rahman has broken free as of his defender, and for some reason, being on this left-hand side, he is so much freer in his movements. I don't know why, but Aaron Martin plays it short to Perkins, who gives it back to Aaron Martin. That's what it should do, by the way, not when they just pass it randomly off the pitch. Bailly doesn't get it to ours. I didn't start with that corner then, clearly. Oh, attacking mentality is a thing as well. That's been a change. And now playing it through the middle is an instruction too. I thought that had gone in. Okay, so encourage at that point was the wrong choice. Maybe praise. Seeing a lot of corners. We're not playing for set pieces. That's broken to a Holu. With Aaron Martin taking corners, I have to leave him back instead. Good Johnson. Bailly doesn't get to Aaron Martin. And Trippier actually has a very good opportunity to get it to this gentleman here, who's got the ball through Perkins' tackle instead. Football manager! Trippier. Mansley heads it on to no one. Don't know why he was really thinking was going to happen there. Okay, now we are underdoing our XG. They've got a free kick in their corner. No idea how that happened. Offside, maybe. Trippier. Seawald. Brownhill back to Tarkovsky, who's still at Burnley. He normally leaves. McKenna. Ars. Although in the Newcastle save, he left Burnley, went to Arsenal, didn't play there for 2 years, and they loaned him back to Burnley again. Rahman's broken free. Rahman's on his good foot side. Pope's saved. Pope's a good goalkeeper. I do feel like I do need to preserve Perkins a certain amount here. Similarly with Aaron Martin for Arroyo. Just the two players I sort of kept in the team, even though I think they were going to be fairly tired. Get them off now. Fernandez, who I've brought on. Mansley I've dropped back a stage, and sorry for the game flickering there. Fernandez finds Johnson at the back post. It's a double for Johnson, and we've beaten Burnley at a set piece. We've not been great at set pieces, and it's Burnley we score against. But it's a great header at the back post. We have dominated this game, by the way. Third sub happened far too late there, but Norwood on for a holo. Trippier hoofs it to the back post. Jamal Lewis is there. That's gone over. And this is going to be full time once Fruchtel inevitably... No, this is the first time ever he just passes it short. But now we pass it through the midfield, it's probably going to end the game. Now it's going to end the game. There we go. Now, I know Burnley are 18th, but that didn't stop Sheffield United putting up a fight. They didn't stop Bournemouth putting up a fight. Other teams that we played in this sort of area of the table. And Burnley weren't without their chances either, but we worked them. And this is a third game in a week as well. So I'm impressed. Not a single player under a 7 rating. Even the one substitute who came on that actually got a rating. got a 7.5. Fernandes with the assist from that free kick. More possession, good pass rate, 3 very good points. That's a huge result for Exeter. Tell us, how did you do it? I didn't do anything, my players did it. Once again, being called young Exeter. But crucially, of course, Burnley occupying that 18th spot. The fact we lost to Leeds are at bottom, actually. I got offered the Leeds job, by the way. Turned it down. But you can see Brentford now. They've just drawn with Manchester City 3-3. In fact, that's a comeback as well. They were 3-0 down at half-time. Well, they were 3-1 down at half-time. But they were 3-0 down at one point. They are third. The fact that we got pumped for 5 against Brentford, less bad when you see them in the table. And we lost to Wolves, only 1-0 as well. So looks like the full roster of games have been played now, and we do remain in 16th. Fulham not playing today for whatever reason. But everyone's pretty much equalised out onto 15 games apiece, apart from Bournemouth on 16 and Leeds on 14. But we are now 16th on merit, and we play 17th place Fulham. A few sort of minor side pieces that I kind of haven't mentioned yet so far. We do now have an under-23s team, which we haven't up until now. And we are finally improving our facilities for the first time in this entire save because, of course, we have some money now. They're devastated we're not playing defensively solid football. Well, you've given me a championship team in the Premier League, so come on. We just scored a set piece. I don't understand this one. How can I keep being called youthful Exeter but not have managed to sign under 23 players? Can't have it both ways. But I am kind of hoping we get a little bit more money in January. Once the board realise we're going to have money at the end of the season no matter what. Currently predicted to have about 30 million at the end of the season. I'm hoping they give us sort of at least half of that. The 50 million that's currently in the bank. Because there's one player I'm already interested in. And it's a player that I've pulled an absolute blinder with. I sold the 20% clause in August. At the time, that clause was worth 2.1 million. If he goes anywhere for the transfer listed 5, we'd have only got 1, even if we'd bought him ourselves. And of course, the crucial reason for getting him back, he's traded Exeter, and he supports us still. Problem is, I've only asked about his availability somewhat recently, so I can't ask again, which is annoying. Ooh, that's not good news. FA Cup 3rd round, of course we're in the Premier League now, so we only enter at this stage. We have drawn AFC Wimbledon. Not a game that I'm inclined to bring you. But frankly, it's a welcome draw because we do play Manchester City directly before that and then Newcastle directly afterwards. 2 very good sides. 2 teams in Europe. Being able to rotate afterwards. Nice. Oh, we have players in Team of the Week as well. Both strikers are in Team of the Week. That's pretty cool. Should say, can't remember which game it was, but even though we lost a match, we had a player in Team of the Week. I think it might have been the Team of the Week after the Sheffield United match last time out. Sonny Perkins was in it. Sonny Perkins, by the way, is in the running for European Golden Boy. Finally adding a 3rd physio. Didn't realise we had a space. We've got another 20 physiotherapy physio, which will only help with those injuries. Solskjaer, by the way, is the only odd coach that I brought in. Brian McDermott's been here for a while. I can't ever remember if I said he was here or not, but considering the fact he's not managing in real life anymore either, it's not that weird. But the Colombian friend for Murillo, ironic timing to get a Colombian physio in the moment when Murillo takes an injury for 3 months. At least he'll have someone to talk to. Another excellent intake, apparently, with fullbacks and wingbacks and strikers. You know what? I'll take both of those, actually. If we actually genuinely have good fullbacks and strikers coming through, they're positions that we kind of need. I mean, we need every position. But if any of them are Premier League level, Rahman's out for 1 to 2 days. I did just notice on the statistics, by the way, that Rahman has the most offsides of anyone. A little bit of an eager beaver is Rahman, clearly. I'm getting offers for Arroyo. He's agreed to 7.5 million, though, as a price tag, so nope. I love the reasoning for putting Rajkovic back in. Considered an aggressive goalkeeper. That's what I want. No, I want a reliable goalkeeper. Well, we got through Winevember, by the way, which is what I call November in game, because that's the month when everyone just kicks up a fuss about not playing enough. Some of them agree to be squad players. Some of them then want to loan away. It's an annoying situation. Because pretty much you get a wave of sort of 5 or 6 players all going, oh, I'm not playing regular starter, boss. Happy to be a squad player, are you? Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll be a squad player. And then 3 weeks later, they're like, I want to go on loan to get some time. You just agreed to be a squad player, mate. You understand your role here. So I thought. Interesting American gone through on my reports here. 17-year-old American. Not good, but apparently has potential. From Luton United, which very much sounds like London United, but copy my homework. But don't make it obvious. Ah yes, our potentially one-day competent goalkeeper. He's never going to be brilliant. Dagenham Redbridge first choice goalkeeper? Sure, have fun, Toby. Although you are technically my 3rd choice backup at the moment, because I did sell Zetra, never mentioned it. McKenna and Bailly had a good game together there. Obviously with the injury, that kind of still means that Key should play. Maybe Arroyo should play in the inverted wingback role because he's better than Key and he can do it. And he wants more game time. So there you go, buddy. Have fun. That'll be the only change though, other than bringing Mwepu back in the box to box because he's had lovely performances since we switched to this formation. But same formation away at Fulham this time. They appear to be playing 5 at the back with Bastoni and Tanganga at wingbacks, who are also competent centre backs. So effectively it's 5 centre backs. And they got Lewis Cook. I swear Man United were looking at Lewis Cook in the summer for like big money. How the hell did Fulham end up with him? A couple of players gone for walkabout again. Into other players actually this time. Not sure why we're not playing in our away kit. I think it sort of just tracks Fulham as being both black and white. Therefore our black away kit also apparently a problem. We're playing in the blue today. And a highlight for the first time after 25 minutes in this match. Harry Wilson is going to get on the end of this. Finds Bellegarde. It's a good save from Fruchtel and decent recovery from the defenders. If we can just stop passing about a bit, that'd be nice. Good clearance to Rahman, actually. Mansley, if he can release Johnson, if he can release Mwepu's going to get Perkins in. Thank God Rahman was offside there, actually. And I was so about to celebrate there. Rahman would have been offside if he'd got that. So that was good play from Perkins and Rahman there to let him have that. Mansley plays it back to McKenna. I laugh at this as McKenna's redemption as well, if I sort of dropped him because he was consistently bad as well. Perkins dinks it into Johnson, doesn't jump for it, which you'd kind of hope for in that situation. Former manager 2022 and not jumping for balls. A match made in heaven. Both centre-backs on 7.1s currently. That's a novelty. Wilson on a corner. Let's see one of those centre-back ratings tank now as they let a goal in, but Mansley's going to be first to that ball, and we don't see the highlight. Well, last time you saw us, we had good ratings from the front end, but bad ratings in the back end, as we had that 4-3 with Sheffield United. Second game today, it's the other way around at the moment. Good ratings at the back end, not so good ratings at the front end, as we're struggling to find a breakthrough goal. Perkins, similarly though, preventing them from doing so. Johnson has broken through the defensive line, and Johnson scored 2 in the last game. Emphatic with that finish. This is Johnson's episode. Counter-attack was executed with surgical precision, says the text. Surgical for Aaron Martin on his weaker right foot as well, puts him through there. And bam! Glad the net held, otherwise we'd have to pay for that. Pretty even game all told, but we're getting shots away. Keep going! Momentum is with us, maybe? Looks like McKenna's tripped Mitrovic there, who's still at Fulham. I doubt he's had quite such a prolific season as he has in real life in the game. Wilson misses entirely. Oh, he skimmed the bar apparently. It looked like it went wide. Just my eyes not tracking that properly, clearly. Fruchtel plays it to Ahulu, which isn't the instructions, but I'll take it. Mwepu, Arroyo, finds Johnson, who sort of wasn't really paying attention and got dispossessed rather easily. Bastoni's broken for 3 on this left-hand side. Not a conventional fullback, I don't think. I think he's more of a centre-back, if I recall correctly. Arroyo drills it to Johnson. Mwepu available. Arroyo available as well. Mwepu continued his run. Johnson continued his run, but that's not going to get to him. Cone panics a little bit, drills it to our player. Perkins, Mwepu again. Edge of the box. That's not going to be anything. Perkins again, though. Intercepted again. Ahulu, a one-man interception machine right now. Aaron Martin finds Mansley. Mwepu finds Rahman. That's a lovely ball. Lovely finish from Rahman as well. I can't believe we're seeing good football. It's taken us 3 months in game, but we're playing good football. And all I did was just sacrifice the wingers. This ball here is fantastic. Does Fulham leave a channel open between Mwepu and Rahman, and Mwepu, wise to it, threads it between the Fulham players, and Rahman, with his weaker left foot, provides a very good finish, in fact. I wasn't certain how this formation would play against A3 at the back, because we haven't done that yet. Seemingly okay. Not been Mansley's best game, but attacking midfielders haven't had the best ratings in recent games. Whether or not that is reliant on their performances, we're still not sure. Obviously, we're aware we've had issues in the past with fullbacks' statistics not tracking properly, and therefore their ratings not tracking properly. Not sure if that's the case with attacking midfielders yet, but if we're only having one problem position, then I'll take that, quite frankly. Perkins is a little bit tired, and Aaron Martin has just been battered in the foot, clearly. And Roy's going to have to swap sides. Josh Key comes in. In fact, can they actually play on opposite sides? Key's not good at it. I am going to have to take Perkins off because he is deceased on his feet right now. Either ours is going to come on that position. Roy with a throw-in, plays it short to Perkins and actually gets it to one person in our own team. Not sure what Perkins tried to do there, but he did end up with a loose ball for him. Bailly, Arroyo, back to Bailly. Kind of get back in defence, mate, if now. That'd be good. Fernandez. The centre-backs come up for the short throw-ins. in the hope that maybe we'll get a ball into them. Didn't happen on this occasion. Perkins. Good Johnson is there. Oh. It's gone in the goal! I don't care if it's hit a hand. It's an own goal. Oh, well, it's gone from a definitive goal to maybe it's a goal. It's a red card for Ostergaard as well because he was already booked. Wepu takes these penalties apparently and scores it. Anyway, so thank God for that. His first goal of the season. I'm also going to take him off because he is the most tired player on this pitch. I have no more substitutes. Never mind. Goalkeeper ran the right way. A trait common in our penalty takers apparently is the fact that they're very predictable but still get the ball in. Royo. Ours. Can we make it 4-0 away from home? I mean, I know Fulham aren't doing fantastically here, but have I... I mean, I wasn't expecting like this from the formation, but pure footballing brilliance from Exeter, apparently. I mean, I'll take that. Oh, well, there's a header. That's not gone well. I think we're just seeing this because it's tacked on to the end of game. But this is definitely our best performance, well, best result all season so far, 3-0 away from home. Key gets the ball, Mwepu, good Johnson. There's still a chance for a fourth here. If we can get the ball towards their box, I don't think we will. Oh, no, we might. Rahman could go from distance here. He doesn't. Mwepu misses that header. Mitrovic is constantly fouling people as they go for headers, apparently. Football manager can be accurate at times. Ahulu, Rahman, Fernandez, Rahman, good Johnson. Lovely move, good Johnson. Should have really made it 4. We don't need it, but goal difference could be a factor at some point down the line. You never know. 1 yellow card for our team as well, right at the very end. Convincing. I know there's a penalty XG in there, but convincing. Nobody gave us a chance, apparently. Fulham obviously stayed in the Premier League at some point. They weren't from the Championship last season. I actually have no idea about Aaron Martin's injury. That one does concern me because obviously we have the right back out already. Sheffield United lose to Liverpool 6-0. Our 5-0 looking that much better already, considering one of their goals was a definite gift. Right, Aaron Martin, 3-4 weeks. Oh, there's a question about Gardarsby in this press conference coming up. He's got a work permit as well now, so he'll be here in January. And I hope that I can still get him homegrown club. My only concern is he's not played well at Las Palmas, but Las Palmas are actually in the top division currently, so it might not be entirely down to him that he's not having a fun time out there. And frankly, he's not actually performing any worse than our central defenders. But we'll have both him and Markovic available to us. Now, in all likelihood, what I do this time round is I bring you back at the end of the transfer window for Leicester and Leeds on the other side of deadline day. I expect us to have a quiet January period. We have no money to spend right now. So unless they give me more money to spend, then yeah, nothing really much is going to happen. If I sell a Royer for 7 million, then by all means. But we're not really looking to sell anyone. I could probably move on Thiago Jallo for a few million, and that's about it. He's the only surplus team member right now, especially with Arsby being available to bring back in. So similarly, I could also move on either Dunkley or Stubbs for that matter, but they're not worth a lot. And Stubbs is club captain, so that's not going to happen. Fernandez is worth a lot, and of course if we've sacrificed our winger, if push came to shove, I could sell Fernandez, since Martin Saunders fills that kind of role as well in being able to play that position, even though he's not good yet. But with Markovic back on the books again, who can play the box-to-box, the centre midfielder attack role as well, he's left-footed of course, also the attacking playmaker role for that matter. We do have players to step in if we were to sell Julian Fernandez, who has not been good, really. Got the assist in one of the games today, but for a man that's just cost me 3 million, just had to pay money for him as well. It just triggered a clause. Unfortunate timing. But that's all speculation for now. I'll let you know what happens when I see you next. Until then, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Hope you're enjoying this tactical change because apparently my team is. Until then, ta-ra.